So now that Donald Trump's big, beautiful budget bill has passed, I'm seeing things from right wing creators talking about how great it's going to be. Oh man, we get no tax on our tips, no tax on overtime, things like that. What they don't understand, and I did a video while this bill was being debated talking about what that actually meant. Well, when it comes to no tax on tips specifically, it is just for cash tips and only up to $25,000. And it is a tax deduction at the end of the year. You still have to declare it on your taxes. It may still affect your paycheck week to week, and it would be money you get back at the end of the year. Okay, for some people they're like, great, I get more money back at tax time. I could use it then, I can put it toward whatever, and they plan around their taxes. However, there's a couple catches with this. One, again, it's only cash tips the way I understand it, not tips that are left with credit cards, things like that. Now, maybe they meant cash as in only tips that are money, not other forms of tips. Maybe that's what they meant. A little unclear there. But what happens when you go to declare this on your taxes? Well, you have to take an itemized deduction where you list all of your deductions. You might not even qualify for the no tax on tips deduction if you don't get past the standard deduction, so it doesn't help you anyway. And what happens to a lot of these people who are now in tipped jobs who try to declare their tips and get this tax break, but now suddenly their income has changed because they weren't declaring their actual cash in previous years because they didn't need to, and they got all of it tax-free anyway. Again, this could be a way for the IRS to go about and audit people and say, oh, well, look, you've been a waitress for 10 years and you know now suddenly you've got a $25,000 increase in your pay, but you haven't worked any different hours. What's going on? This is not about helping everyday people. This is about trying to find a way to screw the working class and to throw something in there that sounds good on the surface, but actually hurts people in the long run. Besides that, I think this is a dry run trying to find a way to make it work so that they can find a way to classify tips for CEOs and millionaires and things like that so they can give them $1 million tip and now somehow have it be tax-free and give themselves even another tax break. This isn't about helping everyday Americans, and this is also only temporary. And by the time people realize how it actually works, Democrats are probably going to be back in power, and they're going to get the blame for how it's working because people seem to associate with like that, and they're not going to look deep enough to go, oh, this was passed in 2025. This is at the feet of Donald Trump. It's not good, and it doesn't do what you think it does.